This is Wonky Moon Crafts, where we talk about fiber, knitting, yarn dyeing, crafting, crocheting, all the things. Today, instead of a normal podcast episode, I'm going to be talking about knit sets. So I don't know if this is the correct way to say it, but recently there seems to be a little bit of a trend in wearing matching tops and bottoms in design, style, color, and so on to make like a complete outfit that goes together 100%, like made to go together. So there's been some in the past that have been great, and there are some new ones coming out that have gotten me excited. So I thought I'd go over 7 that I thought looked great. So today I'm going to be looking down at my notes a little bit, down at Ravelry, to make sure I give you guys some good information. First up on the list is the Seashore skirt and the sweater by Veronika Lindberg. The sweater is actually not out yet. It's coming out in a couple weeks. By the time you see this, it may be out, so I don't have a lot of details on the sweater itself, but the skirt did just come out yesterday. This is what the patterns that really got me excited about this knit set kind of thing that's becoming popular, that's out right now. This could be my next year, like year-long make, is the skirt and sweater for this. I just think they're absolutely beautiful. I've been really enjoying doing lace and a little bit of cabling lately with my champagne sweater by Sari Nordlund, so I am really excited about these patterns and looking forward to potentially making myself a little lacy outfit. So that's being said, the skirt did come out. So the skirt, it comes in sizes, the design size are extra small through 5XL, and the skirt is DK weight with a gauge of 21 stitches by 22 rows, and the main body is knitted in a 4mm or US 6 needle. I'm gonna guess the sweater's pretty similar. I recently watched Veronika Lindberg, or Gudakavika, I probably said that wrong, YouTube channel. She has a video of her making the like her going through designing the sweater to try to go with the skirt that she'd already designed. It's a really interesting video, I personally thought, and she's pretty entertaining to watch. So I do recommend you watch that if this is something you're interested in general, designing, or just looking for something else fun to do today. So that is the Seashore skirt and sweater. Okay, so next up we have the Little Daisy Tee and Shorts by Elise Bonnail. This is a new to me designer. I haven't seen anything by them before, but I think this tee, and you can do it long sleeve, and it has a little ruffle around the collar and shorts. I think it's a really cute set. And I like the idea too of having something a little dressier that is shorts and a sweater versus just skirts and sweaters. So this comes in sizes extra small through 4XL. The gauge is 24 stitches by 32 rows. They suggest fingering weight yarn, and it's knitted on a US 2.5 or 3mm needle, or of course whatever size, with all of these of course, whatever size gets you the gauge you need, size needle. And that's for the tee, I should say. The shorts do have a slightly different sizing and gauge. The needle size and the yarn is still fingering weight, and the needle sizes are still suggested are the same. The shorts, however, are size 1 through 9, and the stitch gauge for this is 24 stitches by 30 rows, whereas the tee is 32 rows. So very, very, very similar. But that is the Little Daisy Tee and Shorts by Elise Bonnail. Okay, number 3 on our list is the Bloomfield Top and Skirt by Magdalena Parker. This comes in sizes 1 through 10 for the top and the skirt. Both are knit in a 30 stitch by 41 row gauge in fingering weight yarn, And this is knit suggested for a US 3 or 3.25 millimeter needle. This is another one of those lacy tops and skirts that I think you can dress up, go out for the evening. I like this one being a little different, that it is also a tank top and a skirt versus, the Seashore skirt and sweater, which is also lacy, but that is a long sleeve. I'm sure you can do it short sleeve, but I don't know how simple that one would be to modify to a tank top, whereas this one is actually coming as a sleeveless top. So I think this is another good option if you're looking for something lacy. It has a little bit of a longer skirt to kind of have that nice kind of, maybe, I think I could really see this as a great like vacation, going out in the evening when you're on like a cruise or out in vacation somewhere in warm weather. So that's the Bloomfield top and skirt by Magdalena Parker. Okay, number 4. This is a recent release from Sari Nordlund. She has released the Ebba tee and the Ebba skirt. This comes in sizes 1 through 9 for both the skirt and for the tee. The gauge and the needle sizes and yarn recommended is all the same in this pattern. So it's a 20 stitches and 28 rows in a 4-inch swatch with worsted weight yarn. And this is a US 3 recommended or 3.25 millimeter. It's kind of funny that this is a worsted weight and the previous pattern, the Bloomfield top and skirt, were fingering weight, but they used the same needle, but wildly different stitch and row gauge. Just personally thought that was fun when I was writing down my notes for this. I thought that was an interesting, just how different you can use different yarns and stuff just by seeing something as simple as this. So this is another lace skirt and top. This is the tee. This is a simpler pattern, just on glancing at it in the pictures and stuff, compared to the Seashore skirt and sweater by Veronika Lindberg, and even the Bloomfield top and skirt. I think this might be a slightly simpler lace pattern. So maybe if you're newer to lace or something like that, this may be something that you want to check out. Also being worsted weight, I think this will knit up a little bit faster, so that also could be a draw for you with that larger gauge for this one. But this is another, I think, great option for just, I think between the three, it kind of gives you a lot of different feels, just based on your personal preference, how comfortable you are in your skin and what look you're trying to achieve. If you want long sleeves, short sleeves, sleeveless top, longer skirt, shorter skirt, a little more coverage with the lace, a little less coverage with the lace, so on and so forth. I think there's a lot of great options between those 3 different lacy patterns. So that's another great option for you. That's the Ebba tee and skirt by Sari Nordlund. Okay, next we have the, and I hope I pronounced this right, Toscana t-shirt and skirt. This is another new to me designer. I hadn't seen this any patterns by her before. This is Maria Bergman. The patterns are actually free, so that's another nice bonus on this one, is these patterns are free. They don't have support for them because they are free, but these are free patterns, and they come in lots of different languages too. When I was clicking through and looking at the top, the t-shirt pattern, I think it was the 3rd download down was the English, if that's what you're looking for, because they aren't labeled, so it was a little tricky to figure out which one. But again, it's a free pattern. I can click through a few downloads for that. So this comes in the top and the skirt come in extra small to 4XL. The row gauge for the top is 16 stitches by 26 rows, Aran weight yarn, and this is knit on a US 8 or a 5 millimeter. The skirt has an 18 stitch by 27 row gauge, knit on the Aran weight and same needle suggestions with the US 8 and 5 millimeter. What I thought was interesting about these ones is where, I've shown, several, we've talked about several lace patterns here, and then we talked about the daisy tee and shorts, which obviously were shorts and a tee. This is still a skirt and a t-shirt, but they're solid, they're not lacy. But the interesting detail on this one is that it has a little scalloped bottom on the tee, and it's a little bit cropped, a little scalloped bottom on the tee, and then a little scalloped bottom on the bottom of the skirt to add that little bit of interest. But otherwise it's pretty plain stockinette, not too much going on. So if you're looking for something that has a lot of coverage, it's a little more simple in terms of look, like something a little bit more straightforward, and of course more coverage without the lace. I think this could be a really good option because it's still dressy enough. You can go out, I think this could look really cute, just kind of going out for the day and making a day of it, or going, out in the evening for vacation, or just whatever you're wanting to do. But I think this could be a nice little kind of transition outfit, because it is a little bit more on the simple side. And that is, again, hopefully I pronounced it right, Toscana t-shirt and skirt. Toscana t-shirt and skirt by Maria Bergman. Okay, so this is the Poppy Pocket Shorts and Tee. So this is definitely a more casual. The last two here I have are definitely more casual sets. This is by Joan Ho, another new to me designer. I hadn't seen her any of her patterns before, but this comes in an extra small through a 6XL. I just think these are cute. Like, you just can't go wrong with like a nice little short with a pocket. And they're nice little pockets on the front, so they don't really add bulk to, if that's a concern for you, it's a concern for me, is adding bulk to my hips. And so that's a nice little detail. The skirt, or the tee, has a nice little pocket to just kind of pull it together, just give it a little something, but still be plain and kind of simple. I really like that. This has a gauge of 22 stitches by 27 rows. It's recommended with DK yarn, which is another like pretty standard. Like, this is just your like standard vanilla, let's get it done and have fun with it and be able to wear it out, I feel like, outfit set here. Like, it just seems like a comfy but still able to just wear it out and look cute. They recommend on this to be knit on a US 6 or a 4mm. Another nice thing with this pattern is if you buy both together, you get $5 off. So there's a little bit of a discount if you buy this as a set, actually. So again, I think this looks like a great alternative if you're wanting to get some sort of set, but maybe you don't want a skirt. Maybe you don't want to do kind of the lace or the extra, but still want something really cute. I think this is a great option. So that's the Poppy Pocket Shorts and Tee by Joan Ho. All right. Last but not least, our number 7 is, well, it's a few designs. I'm going to focus on the Open Edge Shorts and Tee by Jessie Maed Designs. But honestly, check out all of her designs. She has several shorts and tops sets that have been out for quite a while that a lot of people have made, and there's several really cute designs. So really you can find, I think, something for whatever fits you and your style with these sets. They are definitely more on the casual hanging out kind of side of things versus some of the lacier skirts and tops we talked about earlier, that I would consider more evening going out. I would consider these more, hanging out at the park, going out with, running errands during the day, so on, even maybe just lounging around the house or pajamas. I think these are great options for any of those things. They're all super cute. And I think it all is just going to come down to how you knit it, what yarn you choose, and so on for how you want to wear it. The some of the other sets, just so you know, the Ripple sets, there's the Ripple butt shorts, there's a Ripple cami, Ripple bralette, there's and Ripple in different yarn weights. The Open Edge Shorts and Tee have a nice little kind of drop stitch detail on them, and for these, they come in size extra small through 5X. I believe that's the same for all of these patterns by Jessie Maed. She's really good about being inclusive on her sizing. The gauge for this is 22 stitches by 32 rows, recommended fingering weight yarn, and recommended US 5 or 3.75 millimeter needles. The flutter butt shorts and tee or top is fingering as well. The So Summer shorts and tee are also fingering. The ripple butt shorts, however, are DK. And with the tops, as I mentioned, there are several different tops you could choose for this one. The tops are some are DK, some are fingering. So you have a few different options there as well if you want to check these out. Again, I think these would be a great option for just kind of lounging around and or running errands or something like that. I think this could be a nice, fun, casual set, and also a little bit of a quicker maybe knit up than some of the other ones, given that there's not lace, it's not a long skirt and so on, that I think you could, have your cute little set a little bit faster if you want to try to get it done in time for still wearing during summer. So that's all 7 designs. I think the great thing again about all of these sets, and the things that I'm really excited about kind of thinking about these different sets, is not only the look of them and how they match and how they go together, but also that you can separate them and wear them separately. So, with all of these, I think the tops are all cute and can all be worn on their own. I think all of the bottoms are cute and same. They can be worn on their own. You could dress it up with a different type of top. Or, of course, in all cases, I think they look great worn together. I really like this kind of trend that we're seeing with the matching set from top to bottom. So I think this is definitely a fun way to kind of look at these. There are many more different sets that I was able to find on Ravelry. I'm sure there's even more than I was able to find, but I put together a Ravelry bundle. I will link that below. So if you want to check out other options and other designs, or look a little further at these ones, you can definitely check out that Ravelry bundle. Also, please let me know in the comments what you think about the knit sets, what you think about this trend and where we're headed with this, as well as what you might be excited about and what you're thinking about making. I'd love to hear what you're thinking, and I hope you have a great day and have fun with your yarn. Bye.